Hello everybody, my name is Cecilia. Welcome to my channel if you're here for the first time today, and for those who were hanging on and staying with me through all the time that I didn't make any videos, thank you so much for staying with me. It's been a long time since I last made a video, and when I checked, I saw that the last one was in June 2024. So it was still this year. It's about 5.5 months ago. I know it's no excuse, but we had COVID, and after that, my daughter from South Africa visited, and somehow I never got to it to make another video. I think most of you have seen Shannon's video that she did and that she called the cat's meow blanket. When she made that video, I sort of felt called out for not making videos. I realized she didn't mean it like that, but somehow I felt like that, and maybe it's a good thing because it got me started again, and so here I am today. I will link all videos and patterns that I talk about today in the description box of this video. So should you want to check it out, and if you have not seen it before, you can check it out for yourselves. I can't exactly remember when, but it was around about June, July in 2024 that I received a huge 9-pound parcel of happy mail from Shannon. And I was contemplating making a video about it for a very long time, and I never got to it. So today I want to make this video. Shannon is such a generous person. She is knowledgeable and skilled in both crochet and knitting. She makes quirky and entertaining videos, but I think her generous heart stands out, and I just want to honor her generous heart today. The first yarn I'm going to talk about today is the Rossetti Nymph yarn. It is a DK yarn. I think it's, let me see, I checked it out. It's 84% cotton and the rest polymade. Now she sent me 2 10-packs of this yarn. The color is Rare Books, and I've started to knit with these. I've already turned 7 of them into squares. Now these squares, I'm busy with one currently, as you can see here. These squares are squares released by Anne Rigaud. She calls them the AR Poent squares. They're numbered according to the weeks, because she releases 1 pattern per week, and for the first week these patterns are free on Ravelry. So if you grab them in the first week, you can get them free. After that, you pay $6 per pattern. They are really beautiful squares. Now I have made up to here, this is now the 8th one. I've made 7 so far, of which I think 4 or 5 of them were test knits I did for Anne. 2 of them are not released yet, so I'll rather not show them today. I don't know if I am allowed to share them, but I'll rather not overstep by sharing them if I don't have permission to do so. This Now the 2 other squares that I cannot show you today, they are numbers 50 and 51. Now when they are released, number 51 is definitely my favorite among all these squares. It's not very complicated, but it's a beautiful square, and I'm contemplating to turn it into a shawl. Now Anne gives you instructions on how you can turn the square into a shawl. She's got all additional little patterns that you add on the one side and the other side, and some repeats. But she explains it. It's difficult for me to explain it to you because I haven't done it yet, so I won't try to explain it to you. I think Shannon explained a little bit in one of her videos, if I'm correct, but you can check it out if you want to. However, the Rosetta yarn was not all that Shannon sent me. She also sent me this beautiful pack of gradient hand-dyed yarn. It's called the Feza Baby Blanket Kit number 3. The colors, the gradient goes from the yellow with the pink to the pink, eventually to the purple. And this, I think, will make a beautiful shawl. And I think when I use the square number 51 to turn it into a shawl, this is the yarn that I have in mind to do. But I don't think I'll do that before sometime in next year. Shannon sent me 4 skeins of the Kerry Flex yarn from Goucher. They don't specify a specific color on it. It's a number 4. And if I'm not mistaken, I think when we had to do the chickens for Lottie, Shannon used this for the chicken. I think so. She also sent me 4 skeins of this Gouchette yarn. It's the Aiden. And you can see the color. They call this color, I don't know. It says here, Love Ladybug, but I'm not sure whether it's the color. It's a DK, this one is a DK weight. So I've got 4 skeins of the one and 4 of the other one. Shannon also included 3 skeins of this Oh Baby yarn. I think I'm holding it upside down. Of the Oh Baby. They say it's a number 2 yarn, but to me it feels more like a number 1. Doesn't matter, I'll use it. This is Yarn B, Yarntopia yarn, DK weight. Yeah, I guess it's a DK weight. They don't say. I think the Yarn B doesn't give you the yarn weight, but I guess it's round about to number 3 if I look at how many yards there are in 100 gram. Of this yarn, she sent me 4 of this. The color is Spice. And if I total this, I get 1,200 yards, which gives me ample of yarn to make something very nice. Oh, this is the softest yarn you can feel. It's also by Yarn B. They also don't give you a weight. To me, it feels like a number 2. It's in the color navy. It's made from 50% viscose and 50% viscose and 50% polyester. And the total amount of this yarn comes to, because she sent me 6 skeins, the total amount comes to 2,800 yards. So I can knit a sweater and something else as well. I'm not saying I'm going to do a sweater, but it's enough to do a sweater. She included an animation pack of yarn, of primary colors. It's 100% mercerized cotton in all the primary colors. There are 10 skeins of 25 grams each, 70 yards each. I think they will be very nice for amigurumi, or even for the centers of granny squares if you want to do it in cotton. But in any case, here they are, very nice. Three skeins of Color Fusion. It's yarn by Premier. It's a DK weight. Now I've made a hat for my, what will I call it? It's my grandson's wife. So I've made a hat for her, and it's already in South Africa because my daughter took it along when she went to South Africa. And the rest of it I've used in a blanket for Boggy Creek, but that I'll share with you in a separate video. there are also 2 of these self-striping cotton cakes, cotton cake mill ends. They're 100% cotton, a number 2 weight, and because it's mill ends, they don't give you a very specific weight or an amount of yards, but they say it's usually very near or sometimes more. It's supposed to be about a 225 gram cake. I actually should have weighed it, but I didn't. And in every 225 gram, there's 875 yards, which gives me about 1,700 yards, a little bit more. You can do a lot with that. It's enough for a sweater or a big shawl or whatever. And then the last one that she included is the merino gradient cake. It's also a mill ends, so there's a lot of yarn. These cakes, they're in a number 3 yarn, approximately 200 yards in a cake, 568 yards per cake, and a bit more than 1,300 yards to play with. I'm really so blessed, and I'm so privileged that somebody thought of me, took the time, paid the expenses to buy the yarn, send it to me, and really bless me with this happy mail packet that I received. Thanen, thank you so much. Thank you for what you do for the yarn community, because I know many other people have been blessed by you. And with this, my friends, I greet you. Bye-bye until next time.